Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by hills and forests, there was a young boy who couldn't control his thoughts. These thoughts seemed to keep racing through his mind, even when he didn't want them to. He went about his daily tasks, like farming or chopping wood, but his mind was always stuck on something that had happened in the past. He had a habit of daydreaming about his future. He would often think, "One day, I'll do great things. I'll become very successful." He had big dreams, and in these dreams, he saw himself as a hero, always ahead of everyone else. When he heard or read about smart, brave people, he'd imagine himself in their place and try to do the same brave things they did. He believed that someday he'd be rich and respected in society. He thought he'd marry a beautiful, polite girl and live a happy life. He had been thinking this way for a long time, hoping that one day, his life would suddenly change for the better. But as time went on, nothing changed. In fact, things got worse. The main reason was that he never took action. He had big dreams and made big plans in his head, but he never did anything to make those dreams come true. He never pushed himself to work hard. Now, he was over 25 years old and none of his dreams had come true. He realized that he was stuck in his own thoughts, a prisoner of his own mind. He'd make himself happy by thinking about his dreams but never actually did anything in the real world to make those dreams real. He knew his mind was filled with useless thoughts. He wasn't living in reality. He tried hard to change, but he enjoyed living in his daydreams. However, when he looked at his real life, he felt sad. This habit made him stressed and sad. He stopped talking to his friends and family, becoming a quiet and sad person. One day, while he was sitting under a tree feeling sad, a friend came to him with exciting news. The friend told him that a famous Buddhist monk had come to the village, someone who could help with troubled minds and inner peace. The friend suggested he meet the monk to solve his problem. The young man becomes excited and hopeful. He decided to visit the monk. After a long journey, he finally found the monk meditating under a big tree. He greeted the monk with respect and sat down in front of him. He then began to share his problems. He said, "Monk, my mind is always full of too many thoughts. It's like a never-ending train of thoughts that won't stop. Even when I'm doing things, my mind is somewhere else, thinking about the past or the future. I've tried really hard, but I can't make it stop. I want to find peace in my mind and be able to concentrate better, but I haven't been able to do it. That's why I've come to you, hoping you can show me the way." The monk listened carefully and replied kindly, "To be truly happy and have a peaceful mind, you need to stop making some common mistakes. Let me explain." The young man nodded eagerly, ready to learn. The monk continued, "The first mistake is not getting enough sleep. Not getting enough sleep can cause many problems for your body and mind. It can make your memory weak, increase stress, and make you feel tired all the time. It can even affect how your skin looks. And not getting enough sleep can make it harder for your brain to solve problems and think clearly. That's why it's important to get at least 5 to 6 hours of good sleep every night. Sleep is like a way to recharge your body and mind, making you stronger and less stressed." The young man understood the importance of sleep and why he needed to take it seriously. The monk went on, "The second mistake is not paying attention to what you eat and how much you eat. Some people eat too much spicy, sweet, and oily food. They eat lots of flour, sugar, and oily stuff. They might think that eating a lot makes them happy, but it can actually make them feel uncomfortable and unbalanced." The young man thought about his own eating habits and realized they needed some changes. "Life isn't just about eating," the monk continued. "Some people eat a lot without thinking. They stuff themselves even when they're not hungry, treating their stomachs like trash cans. This bad eating not only makes them gain weight but also messes up their minds. Eating too much flour, oil, sugar, and salt makes them gain weight and get sick. And it makes them feel down and worried. When your body is sick, your mind gets sick too. That's why it's important to pay attention to how much and what you eat. The third mistake is rushing through life without taking a break. Some people think they have to keep going all the time. But if you run non-stop, you'll get tired and have trouble doing things. You need to take a break sometimes. In the middle of life's busy noise, you should take time for yourself. Figure out what makes you happy and what make you enjoy. Get to know yourself better. Find the work that calms and refreshes you. You'll do better in less time that way. But if you keep rushing, you'll be tired, and things will take longer. Instead of running all the time, try a calmer approach to life. We're taught to compete from a young age, by our surroundings and parents. But life can be peaceful without racing all the time. Staying calm and focused, even with simple efforts, can lead to great success. The fourth mistake is having a bad habit that holds you back. Everyone has a bad habit that stops them from moving forward. It could be procrastination, overthinking, worrying too much, or arguing too often. The fifth mistake is making big promises you can't keep. It's good to make promises and keep them, but don't promise things you can't do. Learn to say no when you need to. Don't say yes to everything, or you'll feel pressured and stressed. The sixth mistake is criticizing yourself and feeling inferior to others. Don't talk badly about yourself or always look for your faults. If you make a mistake, learn from it and move on. Instead of blaming yourself, use it as a chance to grow. The seventh mistake is holding on to bad memories and negative thoughts from the past. Clear your mind and learn from your body. Just like your body gets rid of waste every day, clear your mind of negative thoughts before sleep. Practice meditation and breathing exercises in the morning to be happier. The eighth mistake is having unrealistic expectations. It's okay to have expectations, but don't expect too much. When you expect too much, you'll be stressed, fight with others, and feel dissatisfied. Keep your expectations realistic, and remember that life has its ups and downs. Always set reasonable expectations for yourself. Understand that even with these sensible expectations, you might face challenges and setbacks. It's normal for things not to go as planned sometimes. What doesn't work today might work tomorrow. Keep hoping and stay calm, worry and stress won't help. The ninth mistake is staying around people who bring you down. Healthy relationships are built on love, care, and respect. If you're dealing with someone who is constantly causing problems and making you angry, it's best to distance yourself. Sometimes, being alone is more peaceful than dealing with someone who ruins your life. If you can't completely cut ties with troublesome people due to close relationships, try to limit your interactions with them. Remove those who are causing you harm from your life as much as possible. This way, you can bring more peace into your life. Identify your bad habit and start trying to fix it. Changing habits isn't easy, but it's possible if you're determined. Keep trying, and the bad habit will go away on its own. In conclusion, the Buddhist monk shared these insights to help you find peace, tranquility, and happiness in your life. Additionally, he highlighted the modern challenge of excessive use of digital devices and social media. While it's hard to completely detach from technology, it's crucial to use it wisely and take breaks. Excessive device use can negatively affect your well-being, so limiting it is a wise choice. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found it inspiring.